I got Wendy Williams boobs right now. They're
That's definitely going in the podcast. I really don't have any comment beyond that. I just don't even know how to address you throwing your gigantic quadruple G Wendy Williams boobs in my face in the podcast.
Not going anywhere, but I want to get to the story.
I don't know where the keys are, babe.
Yeah, Titty Tuesday was yesterday. Hey, this is D Knight.
This is Ty.
Carol is busy having a freak off at the moment. She's using up the 1,000 bottles of lube seized by the feds. And you're listening to the Part of the Insurrection podcast. No, she's actually she's being mom right this second. She may be joining us later. Fingers crossed. I always enjoy Carol's company. But again, so it's been one of those wild and wacky weeks. It's nearly unbelievable the amount of insanity that takes place from week to week. It's almost difficult to keep track of, and I am someone who attempts to do their best to kind of wrap my head around every single development if possible. But yesterday, so Trump was at some kind of town hall meeting / rally where he appears to continue to be butthurt over Kamala Harris destroying him at the debate. And claiming that his rallies are a dumpster fire and that people are constantly leaving. It was clearly on his mind. He could not stop thinking about it. And even at the rally, he could not stop talking about it. Couldn't stop. Couldn't help.
She said, I don't think I've ever said this before. So we do these rallies. They're massive rallies. Everybody stays till the end, by the way. You know, when she said that, well, your rallies, people leave. Honestly, nobody does. And if I saw them leaving, I'd say, and ladies and gentlemen, make America great again, and I'd get the hell out, okay? Because I don't want people leaving. But I do have to say,
if you may have noticed there, Ozempic was trending yesterday, and that was because Sarah Huckabee Sanders. But no, he went on to ramble about the thing he does so there is this technique in public speaking where you take these various seemingly unrelated topics that have these nuanced points and you weave them throughout a conversation or a speech. And then at the end, you find a way to tie them all together. Well, Trump just rambles. He doesn't actually weave anything together and there is no nuance. It's a bunch of dumb fuckery. But yes, it's in the weave. It's also extraordinarily ironic that he was saying that because not long after he was making those comments about how no one ever leaves his rallies, people
were leaving his rallies.
Yeah, they were leaving his rallies.
All we need is somebody smarter than saying, you can't flood my market.
In the middle of his speech, they're like, we are getting the fuck out of here. And I can't blame them. As Kamala Harris pointed out, people should actually attend these things or at least watch the broadcast.
Watch it. You will be bored to death.
Well, if you've never seen a Trump rally, actually you will be horrified because they are quite disastrous. He says a number of insane things at these rallies. But the way the press typically tends to cover these is they'll be like, Trump holds a rally, fans have whatever support. Yeah. And then like they ignore the actual content of the rallies where he says rather insane shit. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So today is Wednesday as we're recording this, and this rally contained a number of insane comments, and we will give you an example here.
and God has now spared my life. It must have been God. Thank you.
Is that a new hair?
Not once, but twice. And there are those that say he did it because Trump is going to turn this state around. He's going to turn this country around. He's going to make America great again.
I think that's hairspray. And also, what kind of God saves you but kills your supporters?
And kills children.
That too. Right. Yes. And what kind of God supports the person who's responsible for multiple bomb threats,
Republican God,
shutting down a city.
white Jesus.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's
Republican.
probably. Yes, I agree with you. That might be the guy that he's referring to, the white guy, the god of racism and bigotry and oppression and such. But apart from just random insanity that Trump spews at his rallies, he also says, well, just extraordinarily stupid, like this.
Patriotic New Yorkers must get your asses out to vote. Gotta get up. Gotta get up. Harry, get up, Harry. Harry, get your fat ass out of the couch. You're gonna vote for Trump today, Harry.
Harry is a figurative example, just ambiguous general name that he uses to refer to the average. But yes, a person the size and weight and composition physically of Trump calling another person fat ass, that is just completely outrageous. It's totally unacceptable. Like,
irony is dead.
Yeah, I mean,
he dug it up.
Yeah, whatever your sensitivity about, whatever your sensitivity about making fat jokes, like, okay, that's fine. But the last possible thing we can have is someone gigantic, obese, and round calling someone else fat ass. It's totally unacceptable, dude. It's just totally out of line. But apart from the stupidity, we also have numerous examples of Trump's cognitive decline and his inability to just pronounce simple, straightforward words.
The biggest site anywhere in the world, probably bigger than Saudi Arabia, bigger than Russia. And what did they do?
Oh, he was also talking about Bagram Air Base there, where he was saying it was in Alaska and it's probably bigger than, what did he say, Iraq, Iran, one of those.
I can't with this motherfucking fool.
I
cannot.
I'm 100% convinced that he's never looked at a map, right? Because like yesterday he was saying that global warming is awesome for Michigan because it'll create more seaside property. What sea? Do you know where Michigan is? What are we talking about here? What is going on?
He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, that's entirely likely. Yeah, I don't understand. Also, I mean, Russia is an extraordinarily complicated, multi-syllabic word that he was having difficulty pronouncing, but that's not. It's two syllables. But also, he was having difficulty pronouncing another simple word that's in these days. I mean, apparently, multiple individuals are having difficulty with this word, but I'll let you hear it for yourselves.
Illegal migrants, and they're not getting it from the
migrants there. And that reminds me that we also had what's his name? God damn, I forgot his name. Is it Ralph? I don't know. I forgot his name already. That's so bad. All right, what's the guy's name that went on Megyn Kelly's show and was talking about the migrant? Okay. So not Ralph, but Ryan
Lowry.
Yes. So Ryan Lowry,
the N-word guy,
went on Megyn Kelly's show the other day, and in a conversation where he was talking about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, he referred to them as N-words with the hard R. Like he literally said it.
He just misspoke, D.
Yeah, after the fact, he was saying on Twitter that he was trying to say he was trying to say migrants, conflated that with the word immigrants, I would imagine, and then because of the hard and soft eyes in there, he got confused and said the wrong word. Now, I will say the actual issue there is that neither immigrants nor migrants start with the letter N. And I
played David, I didn't say anything. I go, tell me what you hear. And
he heard it.
That clip, and David goes, Whoa!
Yeah, it's crazy. It was
Yeah.
it was the SpongeBob meme with the black dude and
The
like
guy who said
they've
that
got the screen on the side and it's just got N words and he's just sitting there looking like yeah.
And of
then
course, Megan Fatback didn't say anything.
yeah, so more and more importantly, again to address his explanation, not only do migrants or immigrants not start with N, they do not end with iggers. But yes, Megyn Kelly also just sat there kind of in silent endorsement. They try to just roll past it and pretend like no one would ever notice. I believe later after it was posted, she tried to have the video taken down, but it was too late. Yeah, but like get these dudes out of here. I mean,
fuck that bitch.
And if you're wondering why in 2024 we're still dealing with issues of racism and white supremacy and misogyny, it's because largely, and I know that white men typically are the individuals responsible for perpetuating this, but that too many white women sit in silent endorsement is why we continue to have the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, and with that said, fuck those guys, Lowry and Megyn Kelly, both just total disasters. I don't even understand.
Fuck Megan, like,
please. Well, fuck Megyn Kelly with Diddy's dick.
You know what? And we on the left, like, we went to her defense after what happened with her interview with Trump, and then she was like,
wait, who was we? Because I didn't.
What?
I know what you're saying. I'm
like,
joking.
as a woman, like I watched the movie. God, I can't remember the name right now.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about with the Fox News and everybody over there is rapey and
I was a staunch defender of her as a woman and what she, regardless of if I agree with her politics, ideology, whatever, but as a woman.
No, I'm with you there. Just because someone on occasion is the bad messenger doesn't necessarily mean their message is always discredited. But sorry, continue.
So to see her, what she is doing now, I'm like, bitch, I fucking spoke up and spoke out for you. Like, I can't even, like, she's doing the most right now, and it is so fucking gross. But
yeah, well, she is a version of the very same monsters that Bombshell was about. So it's difficult to defend her in that regard because she's not any better, just different. Again, look, I don't want anyone to be sexually harassed or assaulted or, have things held over you in terms of it, furthering your career. Just because the people in control of an operation are men and you're a woman. Like, I don't approve of that, but also fuck Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really not. Apart from that, also we had another instance of just Trump making ridiculous admissions during his rallies, which if you watched a number of them, he tends to do, but at least, this one's not criminal. It's just criminally stupid, where he's talking about the book that his wife wrote. By the way, where is Melania?
Go out and get a book. She just wrote a book. I hope she said good things about it. I don't know. I didn't. So busy. She just wrote a book called Melania. Go out and buy it. It's great.
Yes, extraordinarily funny. And he's telling a crowd of supporters.
Yeah, no, we're not buying that book.
Well, no. And then in the middle of endorsing his wife's book, he's like, I didn't read it, but go get it.
I didn't read it, but you should read it.
You guys should pick it up. Yeah, go ahead and get that thing. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's extraordinarily funny too because you probably read Laura Loomer's book. She might have 2 books. I would suggest If you are able to read, which I assume that if you're not a Trump supporter and you're listening to this podcast, that you at least have the 5th grade reading ability required to read a Laura Loomer book. But even if you do possess that ability, I would suggest you still steer clear of that.